Welcome, this is Somaliland National Television English and I'm Mohammed Zallim. Here are the stories making the headlines. Minister of Aviation held his press conference discussing upgrades to all of Somaliland airports. Governor of Senag places foundation stone for new police station. Governor of Borough attends ribbon cutting ceremony. The Ministry of Aviation has taken strong measures in ensuring Somaliland's airports remain secure and stable. In cooperation with the United Kingdom and international organizations, the Ministry of Aviation is implementing various programs. These programs range from training and employment opportunities to advanced equipment in order to search and regulate incoming and outgoing baggages. The Ministry of Aviation spoke to our reporters.
The Ministry of Aviation, in cooperation with United Kingdom partners, has revolutionized East Africa's airport scene. With modern technology and innovative screening procedures, the Somaliland Ministry of Aviation is at the forefront of protecting Somaliland airports. Minister of Aviation Mahmoud Hashi Abdi spoke at Igal International Airport to reporters. He stated, "If I can speak on behalf of the Ministry of Aviation and my title as Minister appointed by the President, the Ministry of Aviation is responsible for all airports in Somaliland at this current time. And our intention is to build Somaliland airports not to compete locally but rather international with global airports. It is essential that each and every airport in Somaliland fulfills international requirements of what an airport needs to be like. We've changed the structural platform of all Somaliland airports, not just physically but with training and employment opportunities as well." The Minister of Aviation continued by explaining the importance of collaborating with other ministries to ensure peace and security throughout Somaliland remains in its current stage of stability.
Somaliland has enjoyed the fruits of peace and stability since gaining independence over 21 years ago. However, the Somaliland government is keen to make sure that it remains that way. Therefore, the Minister of Interior is embarking on the multiple plans of expanding Somaliland's police force. Governor and Police Commissioner of Senag region placed a foundation stone for a new police station in Yufle district.
Senag, an eastern region of Somaliland, known for vast minerals, and Somaliland's largest mountain, Dalo, is a product of Somaliland's Ministry of Interior's attempt to further secure Somaliland by constructing more police stations. In this instance, the Governor of Senag, Adan Igal, accompanied by Senag's Police Commissioner, Hassan Ismail, placed a foundation stone for a new police station in Yufle district. Governor of Senag, Adan Igal, spoke at the ceremony. He stated that this police station is a product of vast development and capacity building projects throughout Somaliland to secure and further the current peace and stability in the nation. Residents of Yufle participating in the ceremony expressed their genuine gratitude and appreciation towards Governor Adan Igal for fulfilling pledges of developing the region through education, security, health, and employment. It is a common practice in Somaliland, a competitive one indeed, that Somaliland region and districts compete in developing and progressing their respective locations. Police Commissioner Hassan Ismail informed participants of his objective to provide adequate resources and facilities for police officers to safeguard and protect Yufle residents. He also urged citizens to uphold Somaliland laws and promised police officers would respect the rights of citizens. Afterwards, a general assembly of Yufle residents and government officials took place. Discussions between both parties highlighted the need to protect Yufle and means in which such protection could come about. Individuals participating in the general discussion pledged to work with Yufle's new police force in ensuring the best positive result.
Togdare, a region of Somaliland dominant in livestock and fishery trade, is working on development governmental institutions in that region. Governor of Togdare, accompanied by numerous government officials, attended a ribbon-cutting ceremony for a rehabilitated governor's home. This governor's home was erected during the British colonial era.
Several regions have been engaging in development efforts in the construction of governmental institutions. And in this case, the Governor of Togdare facilitated the rehabilitation and continued construction of the governor's residence. Governor of Togder, Abdo Ahmed Ayer, is widely acknowledged in Somaliland for taking a strong stance towards developing the educational and developmental infrastructure of Togder. Participants at the ceremony included high-ranking government officials, tribal and religious leaders, cultural heads, and other prominent members of Somaliland society. With the walls and gates decorated in Somaliland national colors red, green, and white, many spectators collectively agree that it will be a spectacle for visitors and locals to enjoy. This governor's home was initially built in the British colonial era. Governor Abdo Ahmed Ayer spoke at the event. He elaborated on the responsibilities inherited as governor and obligations upon government officials. Governor Abdo Ayer also pledged to continue working against corruption and mismanagement and rebuilding, restructuring, and reforming Togder region policies for the greater good of Somaliland. The governor also added that this new building is not only his, but rather the governor's home belongs to every governor to come. In the past, many governors have lived in the governor's home. However, it is only now that this current governor attempted to beautify state property.
Save the Children has once again facilitated support and assistance to the Ministry of Education and Higher Studies, and in this case to a vocational training school in capital city Hargeisa. Vice Minister of Education and Higher Studies Ali Hamid Jibril participated in this event. Somaliland's Minister of Education and Higher Studies works in cooperation with international organizations in raising the educational standards of Somaliland schools, whether through teaching supplies, capacity building, construction of facilities, or in this case, supporting schools with necessary resources. The vocational school run by the Ministry of Education and Higher Studies teaches technical skills to Somaliland citizens. Save the Children is working hand in hand with the Ministry of Education in Somaliland. They are helping the government to put into practice its new juvenile system law, ensuring children's rights for the first time. Save the Children is also working with the Ministries of Health and other organizations, improving nutrition, reducing child and maternal mortality, and establishing and improving child protection system. The Ministry of Education and Higher Studies facilitated of materials to this vocational school. Participants in the ceremony included Vice Minister of Education Ali Hamid Jibril, other high-ranking governmental and non-governmental officials, Save the Children representatives, and vocational school administrative staff. Save the Children pledge this is the first of many support initiatives in Somaliland's education sector. On the other hand, Delhi College held a graduation ceremony in which 100 students accepted their certificates. Officials from the Ministry of Education were present at the event. Delhi Professional College 100 completion certificate is to 100 students who finished computer studies in a well-organized ceremony in Hargeisa. Participants were senior officials from the Ministry of Education and Higher Studies, parents and artists. Head of Delhi Professional College Sulaiman Hassan Diriya spoke at the occasion. He emphasized the main reason behind establishing this college is to upgrade and promote Somaliland education system. Dr. Muhammad Abdullahi, a senior official of the Livestock Vocational Training High School in Sheikh Town in Sahel region, who also spoke, highlighted the importance of education for the people and the nation, and also said without education there is no development. At the end of the ceremony, the Director of Informal Education Department for the Ministry of Education and Higher Studies, Musa Mohammed Shire, gave a speech to the participants and students. He said, "We, the Ministry of Education, are welcoming everyone who is contributing to the towards the right path, special education." And he awarded certificates to 100 students who graduated. After the collapse of Somalia, urgent needs, including an educational system devastated by the war, became feasible. From Somaliland Independence Day on May 18, 1991, the Ministry of Education and Higher Studies started from grassroots to re-establish a collapsed educational system, and successfully the ministry did well. Currently, there are universities, a huge number of public schools, and uncountable schools in the private sector. Every year, thousands of new graduates complete the academic year. Thanks for watching Somaliland National Television English, updating you on Somaliland news and current affair issues. Until we meet again, for myself and the entire team here, goodbye.